I want to meet with you like this in order to share with you the great burden we carry for the territory at this time. Every territorial commander throughout the Army world is given orders and regulations specific to their task and responsibility. Through these, I have delegated to me from the General the responsibility to ensure the spiritual mission of the Salvation Army throughout the Australian Southern Territory. Now, with this in mind, I want to speak with you today about the spiritual mission and say that we are the custodians of the vision that was William Booth's for the salvation of the world. We are an army committed to the priesthood of all believers, and this is enshrined in the soldier's covenant that reads, "I will be faithful to the purpose for which God raised up the Salvation Army, sharing the good news of Jesus Christ and endeavouring to win others to Him." An overwhelming thought perhaps, but the soul-saving, holiness-teaching, disciple-making mission of the Salvation Army for our part of the world is the responsibility of people who sit amongst our congregations. I'm becoming increasingly concerned that the divine purpose for which the Army was born is in great danger of being compromised by the distractions of contemporary living as well as evolving societal norms. I'm obsessed by the divine purpose and the vision that was William Booth's for the salvation of the world. Can I say again that we are the custodians of the vision that was William Booth's for the salvation of the world? If the divine purpose and Booth's vision for the salvation of the world is not seized upon by salvationists, then tell me, who will do it? Who will go to them? Who will speak to them? Who will try and influence them to surrender their life to Christ? If not you and me, then who? It was to this end that the Army was born, and I see nothing that suggests God has changed His plan or purpose for this movement. And so I want to say again that we are the custodians of the divine purpose and the vision that was Booth's. At the Salvation Army Millennium Congress at Atlanta, Georgia, USA, Bernice King, daughter of the late Dr. Martin Luther King, was a guest speaker, and she made a comment that drives fear into my soul when she said that the Salvation Army is in danger of becoming the modern-day Amish. I do not want to be part of a quaint, irrelevant organisation that belongs to a bygone era. I'm committed to the rebirth of our soul-saving culture that needs to flow through our core social centres and services. The divine purpose and Booth's vision for the salvation of the world must be the business of the Salvation Army. There is no one else to get it done. It can't be delegated. It can't be staffed off to a committee. It can't be left to others or thought to be the responsibility of them because we are them. Should we fail to be absolutely clear as to our purpose, and if we do not enshrine it in the culture of the Army, then it will flow down and mission drift will continue to show itself in the following ways: falling attendances at corps, fewer souls saved, fewer soldiers enrolled, fewer people to share leadership, closure of corps, loss of spiritual influence throughout the community, loss of social service support, less spiritual purpose and intent within our social program, a widening gap between spiritual mission and social services, loss of organisational reputation and reduced income streams. It is for this reason that I am anxious to lift into prominence the soul-saving heart of our movement and restore it as our identity, to see it live again in a way that will make us proud of the name that we bear as a movement. I want us to do this in a way whereby all of our Salvationists, adherents and friends will know without mistake and with absolute clarity that we are the Salvation Army not only by name but also by nature. Now understand me when I say that I'm not wanting to do a new thing. Neither is it my purpose to change or replace the 4 mission imperatives. I'm seeking for us to do and to do it together, to breathe soul-saving life again into our culture as one of God's mission stations in the world and to lift it to the surface again. In Paul's second letter to the Christians at Corinth in chapter 5, he wrote, "For Christ's love compels us, because we are convinced that one died for all, and therefore all died." Restoring the foundations and the vision of this wonderful movement that belongs to God is what is required, and I need your help. I need you to begin a conversation in your core and to pray about this in your prayer meetings. I'm asking you to consider what it would take for you and those with whom you worship to become soul winners. This task of influencing people to Christ cannot be left to programs. when people share their faith with people, and when people are willing to pray with people. This is the culture of which I speak. God help us that together we might see in the army that we love and to which we have given our entire lives the vision of William Booth reborn, and that we might thrill to know that we've each been part of the restoration of our soul-saving purpose. God bless you.